Week 3 of Human Resources Management. Discussion topic: Interviewing. The candidate's self-efficacy. One key metric we analyze during a candidate's application process are the factors that contribute to a candidate's self-efficacy. According to social cognitive theorist Albert Bandura, in a dynamically ranging system of generation, self-efficacy perceptions are key factors that significantly determine human competence. These perceptions are concerned not with the number of skills we have, rather with what we believe we can do with what we have under a variety of circumstances. In the standard methodology for measuring efficacy beliefs, individuals are presented with items portraying different levels of task demands, and they rate the strength of their belief in their ability to execute the requisite activities. The items are phrased in terms of can do rather than will do. Self-efficacy theory can be split into 4 core ideas that can either increase or decrease our levels of self-efficacy. 1. Personal or enactive mastery. 2. Vicarious modeling. 3. Verbal persuasion. 4. Arousal. For now, we'll focus on one core idea: personal mastery experiences, also known as a person's enactive mastery. The most important source of self-efficacy. This involves gaining relevant experience with a task or job. If a person has been able to perform a job successfully in the past, then that person is more confident in their ability to perform a similar yet specific task or job in the future. Consider the following. Steve is tasked with learning Python programming language. If Steve worked considerably hard to understand the specific skill, and Steve succeeded considerably satisfactory, then it can be said that Steve's self-efficacy to learn new programming languages, like SQL or structured query language programming language, for example, is high, and Steve is more likely to invest the same amount of hard work in learning SQL. This condition stems from Steve's perception that he will have the same aptitude to learn SQL as he did Python. Reversal. In an alternate timeline, Steve is tasked with learning Python programming language. In this timeline, Steve works considerably hard to understand the specific skill. However, Steve believes he did poorly. Then it can be said that Steve's self-efficacy to learn new programming languages, like SQL or structured query language programming, is very low, and Steve is less likely to invest the same amount of hard work in learning SQL. This condition stems from Steve's perception that he will have the same aptitude to learn SQL as he did Python. Applying self-efficacy and any of its theoretical core components as measurements are excellent metrics for sizing up potential candidates for employment during the interview. Scenario interviews, for example, would be especially ideal for predicting a salesperson's self-efficacy, as goals and performance are integral in both the employer's, employees, and a future product's overall success, as well as a sales company's continual growth. Credit to Dan Ariely, David Linden, Albert Bandura, Dale Carnegie, and Ivan Pavlov.